Hello everybody. I'm on break at work and I've had 2 days, like an hour or two each day, not really any good time at all, to work on this. I made a follow-up video yesterday, but I hadn't gotten to the rosette part all the way. Now, when I see the picture, see the rosettes, how they're actually a grouping of that color and a grouping of the green. Well, I did a test swatch and it seemed like when you use the needle size that it said, which is 11 8mm, US size 11 8mm, my swatch seemed a little loose, and so I went down one, and I've been having a little problem with it being a little tight, like going in the yarn and yarning, like pulling back through and stuff. But the rosettes on mine didn't turn out exactly like they're supposed to, but a lot of the videos, like the ones that I put before me talking just now, if you look close enough, some of them group together and then some of them look like my work right now. So maybe it's really hard to determine how many stitches to cast on to get the pattern to do the thing you want it to do. And seeing as how I'm making an adult size blanket, not a baby blanket or a car seat blanket like everybody else is making, I need to do 2 groupings of 75 stitches so that I can get it to be a width of 150 stitches for an adult size. And if you were to do 150 cast on with this stuff, it would not repeat the pattern enough. It would just be one line and then you wouldn't see what the pattern's supposed to be. So you have to make your cast on smaller so that there's enough repeat of each row. So this is what mine looks like. Hold on. I'm in here with no lights on, but you should still be able to see it. I accidentally messed this up because I didn't want all of this to be part of the garter stitch. I did 3, you're supposed to do 5, and so of course I forgot that on one side you're only going to see a little dumb bump, but I didn't want all of this to be in that. I wanted it to start. Little did I know that it's going to roll up this bad. My original idea for the bottom was to do a few rows of knit one, purl one, so that it actually would stay flat, which is what I'm going to do in a minute. This is 75 stitches, and to see my rosettes, they're not really grouped together in the green, and I pulled from the outside because I liked the starting of that end more than the starting of the other end. So mine's actually knitting upside down where those flowers are starting and then there's the stems. But if you were to center pull the ball, the green will be the start and then you'll get to the rosette. But obviously you could just turn the blanket the way it is and the rosettes are facing upward. But and so I did a border. It's supposed to have 5 garter stitch rows on the bottom and then framed with 4 stitches of garter on the sides. Well, seeing as how I'm joining this and I didn't want it to look odd, I did 2 on this side. So this first panel will be here and the second one will join to it, and the second one will have 2 on this side and then 4 on the other side. And so it will look like 4 stockinette, 4 stockinette, 4. But I'm feeling like every single person in the patterns that I post in the photos before this used the size it recommends, not the size I'm using, which was smaller. So I'm going to cast on this skein right now, and hopefully get a little bit better. I mean, everybody in these things, except one lady, said that they use the recommended size needle, and you can see all their work is great. And I feel like mine looks good at this size, but when you're trying to get the needle in these, it doesn't really like playing along. It feels a little tight to me, but the work isn't tight. See, you can actually see through it when you smooth your hand. So I'm just going to experiment. I'm not going to rip this out. Sorry, I just breathed in. I'm not going to rip this out, but I am going to go up to its recommended size again. And one of the pictures in the beginning of this is a swatch of what I did in this, and to me it looks too loose. But the first part of it was loose down, I mean, perfectly fine down here, and then it started getting tighter up here when I'm using on this piece specifically. But I'm feeling like if I was just to cast on with what I'm supposed to cast on and work through what I'm supposed to work through, that this will actually be nice with this size. So I'm going to start over, and I'm going to do the right amount of things. I'm going to do 5 rows down here, but instead of garter stitch, which is just curling up, I've tried everything to get this to just stay down for a second, and it won't. I'm going to do ribbing so that it actually will stay open, because there's nothing else that's going to keep this blanket down. Like when somebody's using it, it's just going to kind of go like that at the end, and that's just not attractive to me. So yeah, I'm going to start over. But I mean, it's beautiful. I wish the color was right. That's not the right. It's a lot like if you turned the color up on your TV, it would look a little bit better than this. But it's still cute. It's very cute. The next one I want to get is the plain white one with the purple flowers or the pink or red flowers. But there are so many variations of this yarn. I really recommend getting it. I don't know how they cast on 90 stitches and got the pattern to work, because in the label, it's frustrating because in the label it says, I mean, when you go on to the website where it says there's a pattern, there's no actual pattern. It's just talking about what the yarn does, and then it tells you like how many rows to do, but it doesn't say how to start or anything. It's really weird. Maybe I just missed a button, I don't know, but it says inside the website for this stuff, use the first skein, and then when you get to the second skein, find the place that you are in the second ball, cut it and join there, which seems like it would create a problem for you later, but here's hoping. So what I'm going to do is I have 8 skeins of this yarn. I'm going to do 75, and then I'm going to do 4 balls of that upward, and then I'm going to cast on another 75 and go 4 balls upward. But as I'm going to join. I know that there's a way to like when you're making the Cozy Memories blanket, you're grabbing one of these as you go up, so I'm going to do that way. My taco socks. So here's hoping. This is one of those moments where I wish I had like an in-person knitter to be like, hey, you take this colorway of this yarn, I'll take this colorway of this yarn, and we will work together and figure it out, because not one single person has done a throw blanket of this realistically in the stockinette style. Everybody has been doing the garter stitch style, and you can't see the rosettes very well when you do that. So all the blankets are either micro blankets or garter stitch. So I have nothing to go on except this one lady's video that talked about yarn that was the same thickness that she cast on 150 stitches to make an adult size / twin blanket. And that's what I'm going for, is a big enough blanket. So yeah, that's what's going on with that so far. But thank you for watching this little baby follow-up. I hope you guys are having fun with your knitting and stuff. This is gonna be cute. It's so pretty already, though. I love this colorway. Bye-bye.